Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to Intuitive Angling, and man, I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me and watching the video today. Always very grateful that you carve out some time to do that, so much appreciated, guys. We are going to be talking about everything that weakens your fishing line today, and there's a lot of different things that do it. I think there's a lot of things that happen to fishing line that cause you to break off and cause your line to weaken that most people are even unaware that that's taken place. So today, I'm going to give you guys sort of a detailed little seminar on every single thing that you need to avoid to make sure your fishing line stays in good shape. Also, guys, just wanted to give everybody a big thank you that have been subscribing to the channel here recently. We've been making a push to get new subscribers on the channel, so thank you very much if you've hit that subscribe button. I'd like to invite everybody to do so if you haven't. And also, big thanks to everybody out there that's been helping the channel out by using my links, especially my tackle warehouse links in the description, guys. If you want to support the channel and give back something for the information you get here, if you need to buy fishing tackle, using those tackle warehouse links is a great way to help the channel out. So thank you very much for that. Okay, guys, fishing line. Let's talk about what weakens it up here. Now, I think a lot of people understand the obvious things that can weaken it, but I want to sort of get into some all-encompassing thing. One of the biggest things that causes your line to get weak in fishing and will cause you to break off is, guys, getting a backlash in your reel. If you get a backlash in your reel out there, you know sometimes you'll cast out there on a spinning reel or bait caster out there, and you've got some loose line and you get a little bit of a backlash and then you start picking it out. Guys, what happens, especially on fluorocarbon line, when you get a backlash like there's a tremendous amount of friction that goes against that line when you're casting it. And also when you're peeling that backlash out, you're kinking and pinching the line and also creating friction. It's like if you get a bad backlash, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best things you can do. Pick your backlash out and pull the line out past the backlash completely and cut it off. Because any of that line that is inside of the spool that is affected by that backlash that's been compromised or had friction put on it, it's going to make your line super weak. But this is probably the biggest thing I can tell you right here, guys. It will make your line super, super weak, super, super quick. So don't ever just pick your backlash out and then reel back over it unless it's a very, very light, mild backlash that you didn't have to work at all. But if you got one of those in there where you're digging for 3 or 4 minutes, just pull it out, cut it off, and retie with that. That's a big thing with it there. Next thing with that, guys, another thing that weakens your line, and this especially around your knot, is repeatedly casting with heavy lures. It's like if you're throwing like a fairly heavy lure and you're launching that thing out there, just launching it just time after time and time again, that's going to weaken that entire area around your knot. So make sure you retie quite often there. Next thing, guys, is any objects out there. Every single object that's under the water or even above the water has potential to fray your line. It can be rocks, it can be twigs, it can be boat dock piers, it can be some type of barnacles that you have out there. Anything out there, anything that your line comes in contact with that causes any type of roughness on there is going to weaken your line, even if you don't think it does. And the best way to test it, guys, is to put your line between your lips there, because your lips are a lot more sensitive than your fingers are. Like mine, I've got calluses and my fingers are numb from getting injured and stuff like that, some of them, so I can't really feel as good there. But put it through your line. If you feel the slightest bit of abrasion, a lot of times you can't even see it, you can just feel it with your lips. Just take a second and retie right there. It's good. Any type of object like that's going to weaken your line. Another thing that weakens your line, guys, is not storing your fishing line properly. It's very important that you keep your line in a dark, cool place that's climate controlled. You don't ever want to set your line out in your garage where it gets 0 out, and you don't ever want to put your line for an extended period of time, like in the back of your truck where it gets super, super hot. You don't ever want to put your line in a situation where it's getting a lot of direct sunlight. All those things are going to decrease the longevity of your line, and they're going to weaken your line as well. So make sure the best way to do it, guys, like I do with mine here, I keep all my line in just a tub like that. And, I keep the tub, in either in the house or the garage where the temperatures remain the same, and then keep it really cool and dark with that. That's going to be a big deal there. But guys, those are the main things right there that are weakening your line. I just want to reiterate is really pay close attention to that backlashing, because that is going to weaken your line probably quicker than anything that you don't realize. Everybody realizes when they get their line frayed from a sharp rock or something, because you can see it and feel it. But a lot of times you can't really see the fact that that line has been burned and internally damaged. There's no visible way to look at that. It just weakens it up. So give those tips a try, and I think it's going to keep you guys from breaking off. So I hope it helps, and we'll talk later.